What's up? So a customer bought in his original Xbox today and I hard modded it for him. In other words, I inserted a mod chip. It was the Duo X3 because it's the most common one to use. So yeah, this is how I did it. Chat. Kia ora, what's up, what's going on? Welcome to my channel. I'm going to be modifying Xbox Original. I've already identified the motherboard as a version 1.0 and it has a Conextant video chip. So these are the tools you're going to need to do this. Let's get started. Up first, we're going to be requiring a soldering iron, solder flux and also solder. We're going to need some kind of wire. I usually use canal wire, it's good stuff, single core. We're going to need some cutters. We will also need a Torx 10 and Torx 20 screwdriver or bits. And of course we're going to need a mod chip of some sorts. I'm using a Duo X2. Now we're going to start by removing the 6 T20 or Torx 20 size screws that hold the top and bottom parts together. Firstly, I'm removing the screws that are underneath the rubbers. There are 4 of them. The other 2 remaining screws are under the stickers, as you can see there. Once that's done, flip it over and pull the lid off. So here I'm just loosening up the cables. There's also a screw underneath the IDE ribbon in the center there, and there's also 2 in the front that hold down the DVD-ROM drive. Now I'm removing the power cable from the hard drive and also the ribbon cable. Now I'm going to remove the DVD-ROM drive and also the power and IDE ribbon. See from the video chip, it says Conextant written on it, so it's between 1.0 and 1.3. Now I'm disconnecting the fan connector, its power supply to the motherboard, also the 2 plugs that connect in the player 1, 2, 3 and 4, and also the connector for the on and off switch. Now I'm removing the screws that hold down the motherboard to the chassis using the T10 Torx screwdriver or the bit. Only 2 solder points are used on the Duo X2 mod chip, and that is the BT point and the DO point. Straightforward. Now we're going to solder the pin header into the motherboard. As you can see there, the pin header positions have letters on them, just ignore them totally. And also the DO point, ignore that because there is an easier point underneath them. You insert the pin header through the top of the motherboard, you flip it over and this is the result. I've added flux on each pin there, or most of them anyway. I actually soldered these for years without using any flux, so that's how good my skills were back in the day. Now I'm going to add a bit of flux and solder to this point here, which is the DO point. Same with the BT point near the eject button. I'm going to add a bit of solder and then add the wire to it. So it should look something like this. So you want to solder the BT wire that goes to the eject button last. You want to insert the motherboard back into the frame or chassis, get it all down, plug everything in. I'm not going to put any screws in it because I'm going to test it, and then you want to solder that wire on. Here we go. Now I'm going to power it up. Make sure you don't put your hands near the power supply on the right hand side, and as you can see there is a flashing LED on the chip and also a logo of the Evo X letting you know that it is now modded. Now that I've fully tested it, I'm going to reassemble the whole entire console. Now I'm going to power it up again now that it's fully assembled to make sure everything is running smooth. I have also burnt a new dashboard called Unleash X, which is one of the best, onto a blank DVD. That will be in the next video. And as you can see there, everything's sweet as. So if you've learned something today, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.